So this is a little bit of an interesting video. So I just had a run with Lanius A, which I did win, but it was a pretty rough go. And that video is on here, so I'll link to that in the description. So I had 2 hull left at the end, and I had 2 crew left, and I managed to pull it off, but it was pretty rough. So I was kind of watching that video and thinking about what I did different. I threw up a post on Reddit and got some advice from some people, and it occurred to me that since I used the Savegame Manager, I actually had a copy of my save from before the fight. So this is right where I started the other video, so we'll still have this dive, and I have the same amount of scrap. And what I want to try is mainly, the main thing I'm interested in trying is hacking missiles instead of shields. So I'm going to spend this scrap pretty close to the same way I spent it before. I am going to max hacking. I'm going to get myself those power, and then I can't remember, what did I take? Let's see. So here's the other run. So I took I wound up taking 5 power, an extra point in oxygen, and an extra point in engines. So that's an interesting way to spend the scrap. The extra engines was for the dive. I think that's probably still a good idea. But I have 3 options really to spend the last of it. I took extra oxygen last time. I may of course regret not taking this. I think instead I'm going to buffer my clone bay. So this will either be useless or save my life. Which I guess is, same goes for oxygen, right? This is either not helpful or life-saving. So this is what we're going to run with. Basically the same setup as last time, but the major difference is going to be that I'm going to try hacking shields and see if that makes boarding the flagship go any better. Now, with that in mind, it probably would have made sense to add some more points to teleporter here, but oh well. Okay, so we got this guy. Just gonna vent him. We will hack their weapons. All we need to do is survive here. Actually, I'm kind of interested, just real quick, for my own curiosity. Is this the same fight I had? Yeah, it is. So, I don't know how that works. If it's seated differently or what. Same ship, though. Okay. So knowing that I'm not going to have time to heal or like do a bunch of repairs or anything, I want to be pretty careful here. And actually, okay, that worked out okay. Remember, all we really need to do is live long enough to live long enough to get out of here. Oh, which we already can. So let's go fight. Oh, well, okay. The one thing we are going to wait for is we're going to let our cloak come off cooldown. It shouldn't really matter. Oh, well. That's Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, maybe. So we'll have to cloak this. But I would really rather not go to the flagship with these guys on my ship, so that's okay. Okay, so now that should be the end of their boarding. Their ship is blown up. We'll just hang out for as long as we can before ASB. So, 2, 3. Alright, I'm not going to chance waiting any longer. Okay, so the major difference on this is going to be that we are going to... Okay, we're going to have engines hacked instead of sensors, which is a little worse. For sure a little worse. And we're going to hack the missiles this time. So we're going to kind of use our cloak and our hacking to try to keep the fight safe. So what I'm going to do here... Well, I'm going to put my battery in my shields just to be safe. So the first step will be to hack these. So I do want to recover some power from there before it gets hacked again. Now, one interesting thought. I don't know if I want to run my ship uncrewed like this, but I think what we'll do... Okay, so that one we got a cloak. Oh, that one was a little late, but that's okay. So I'm going to send these guys take care of this one. We want to let our cloak be up as long as it can. This is where extra teleporter would have helped. So now... keep ourselves at 3 shields, and of course once you've taken out laser and once you've taken out the beam, the missiles, and the ion, you're pretty safe. So I'm already liking this better. I feel a lot more comfy. I'm going to try to... Okay, so right now, you know, this ship is completely safe. And with hacking and cloaking on the missiles, this thing really just can't touch us. So I'm gonna play this a little slow and bring these other guys back so that I can have them crew on my ship. And then as soon as our teleporters recharge again, we will send these guys over. This is really interesting because I've tried this before and didn't feel like it went super well. And this time I feel better about it. So those ones will have to... So let's shoot into here one more time. We'll cloak that, then send our guys. Okay, very cool. Okay. So one benefit here is instead of the shield room, they will only be able to send 2 guys in here. With having this out of oxygen, I think it's going to work pretty good. So let's get this guy into sensors. Let's put you back on weapons. We'll throw a power into there just for safety. Yeah, I can already see this is just working way, way better. Now I am going to lose a guy. But I think, honestly, that's okay. Not really a big hurry here. So, I don't know. He's probably not going to be able to kill them both. But again, you know, now I got shields and I got hacks. So this is already proving to be quite a successful experiment. And these guys are ready to go back in before he finishes repairing. So this is done. Okay, you can come in alone. Oh yeah. Now, I used to keep one guy alive. I'm gonna go for a crew wipe here. Because I think with borders, I'm not really worried about auto repair. Okay, I'm already liking this a lot. Now on this time, we're going to hack shields, and we're just going to end this as quick as possible. The only thing is, I do need to ensure, I don't really want him killing that. So actually, I think what we're going to do here, so we're going to attack their drone room. And the reason that I'm going to do that is I want their drones shut off. I want him shut off. I don't want him breaking my clone bay, because I want to be able to blow up this ship with my guys on it if I feel that's a good idea. Just a second. So here we're going to take advantage of the hull beam. Yeah, so, you know, these guys, they'll come back in the clone bay. Okay. They won't mind the low oxygen, but we'll go fix that. Actually, let him vent, probably. It's funny, because these two were trained at the start of the game, and they've lost quite a bit from boarding. No, what are you doing? That's not where you go. I don't even know what to do with you. You're kind of useless. So this phase 3 is obviously going to be way easier, because we're not going to be boarded. Now we do still have mind control, which is rather irritating, but the big problem with mind controlling the pilot is that, you know, our evasion's going to go way down. We can't let him, destroy that before we cloak the first missile. And these guys, I want to have ready. That probably would have been better as a level 2, or even, you know, had I had level 3, that would have been... Okay, so that guy's dead. Okay. Get these guys into there. Just gonna have to tank those missiles. So, you know, still things could go bad. Like, that's not ideal. So save our cloak for the surge. Get these guys actually doing something. Okay. And that's it. So, still some definite chop. You know, the third phase is tough. But all my guys alive and, you know, not, like, barely making it. I think that kind of proves the idea that that was a better run. Also, slightly higher score than the other run. So I won't track this one as part of my, like, win percentage or anything like that. Not that, you know, anyone cares about that, but I kind of do. Just a little experiment. So yeah.